What's good, the purple? How's anybody doing tonight? I'm having a poofy day, kind of poofy up here and scruffy. Like I need to deal with the hair on my head at some point. Too much up top, too much on the sides. Like it's all got to come off. Where's my windows at here? Ah. Delicious. All right. Let us add new lines to the spreadsheet here. There's a lot of variance in my hair. I don't know what to tell you. Like, my hair has a lot of moods, depending on, like, how long it's been since I've used shampoo and conditioner, how long it's been since I've showered. Today I showered early in the morning, and I shampooed, and then poof. I need a haircut is the problem. I got too much up here. It's about the point where it's like, it's time to cut some of it off. Get rid of some of it. Just light it on fire, right? No, let's not do that. I need to... spreadsheet here. Playing this on the Switch Virtual Console. Looks good in old-fashioned. Am I old enough to be considered old-fashioned? I guess I can have some old-fashioned tendencies. Excuse me. Okay, you're gonna see... Oh, I don't have a water. Guys, you got to please bear with me for 2 seconds while I go get a bottle of water. Sorry about that. Okay, I can now properly hydrate. You're going to see a weird glitch for 2 seconds while I switch my input over. In the past 30 was old? I'm way past 30, dude. Oh, we probably need to turn that down a little bit. I am not going to have to think very hard to complete this game, I don't think. Literally, last time I completed this game was during a shuffle test play with 12 other games, and I had no difficulties. I was not playing with the Switch controller D-pad, though, so... First quest is going to go real smooth. Second quest is where we're going to see some memory holes. I have not played second quest to completion in a very long time. And I don't think I've ever done it on stream. We'll go ahead and key door this glitch. Key glitch this door, I mean to say. Alright. Level 1. Every level in this game has a shape. This one is the eagle, as we'll see when we find the map. I'll try to find the map and compass for every dungeon, but I'm not gonna full clear every dungeon. We're just gonna get the treasures and get out. You know what I mean, GTFO? I guess we'll do the dungeons in order as well. I normally wouldn't. I like to do level 1 first, because I like to get a boomerang nice and early. Boomerang is my sub-weapon of choice. I find it very useful, but then after I get the boomerang, I like to just go around the world and do all the overworld stuff. Then I usually like to take down levels 3 and 4 next. And then 2 and get the magic sword. And then 8 and get the key, and then mop up 6 and 7 depending on how many more rupees I need for food, etc. So yeah, this first playthrough of The Legend of Zelda should be a nice breezy playthrough, no difficulties. Is there a drop in this room? I already don't remember this game. I'm going to leave that last bat alive. He gets to live. The goal is to always have more keys than you need. That's the dream. I'm gonna get killed by Gorias in level 1. Ooh, bombs. So there's Aquamentus dead. I know how to block glitch, but I'm not very good at it, so... Alright. So we've already got the dungeon treasure, is the bow. Notably not arrows, though. We have to buy arrows ourselves. This is the first game you rage quit? Dude, I was playing this game... I was too young to know to rage quit games. Like, I didn't even know that was an option. Like, we owned The Legend of Zelda and, like, 1 or 2 other, like, Ice Hockey and Super Dodgeball. Like, that was our collection. Like, if you didn't want to play Legend of Zelda, then... you didn't play nothing. There was nothing else to play. Like, Super Dodgeball's a great game, but it only takes a man so far in life. You just shot a man in the back. That's not cool. I guess we also got the boomerang here. So, under gimmicks, I guess what we're going to put down is which enemy set the dungeon has. This dungeon has the Gorias set. Basically, there's the way Legend of Zelda works is there's 3 different sets of enemies that can be in each dungeon. There's a Gorias set, a Dark Nut set, and a Wizrobe set. And you'll never see the 3 sets combined. Likes are in the Wizrobe set. So any dungeon that has Gorias or Dark Nuts are never going to be seen. You're never going to see a like in those dungeons. Similarly, Stalfos are in the Gorias set. So you're never going to see Stalfos in a Wizrobe dungeon. There's a Wallmaster room here, and no block pushing is required. It's basically just a traversal dungeon. Just to kind of get the ball rolling. Like, full clear some enemies. I gotta find the compass somewhere. I didn't want to grab that, because now no more Wallmasters will show up. A lot of rupees, my dude. Where's the compass gonna be? Bombs are not required in this dungeon, but Oh, you know what other key aspects of dungeons there are in Zelda 1 that's kind of unique to this game is... We'll see if we can find these hints, too. Like, yeah, there's a push block room here. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. What he's saying here is the eastmost room of the dungeon has the Triforce. Maybe we will try to full clear the dungeons and get all these hints and things. Because later Zelda games don't actually give you many hints. In the dungeons, at least. It's like it's not an aspect of the game. I'll kill you guys again. Maybe get a heart for our trouble. There's my compass. This compass has a new feature. Technically true, because this is the first game. Man, I'm not going to need a secret to everybody to get the candle. 3 more rupees and I've got it. That must have been the 10th enemy that I killed, because the 10th enemy has the bomb. I don't think Aquamentus typically drops bombs. But the way drop tables in this game work is if you kill an enemy at a particular point in the drop table without taking damage, and you kill that enemy with a bomb, it always gives you a bomb drop. Alright, so that's the first dungeon done. Boss is Aquamentus. No sub-boss. Like... super basic dungeon, but you gotta, like, back in the 1980s, we didn't have a lot more to it. So I'm perfectly happy to give this dungeon... I mean, it teaches you a lot about how dungeons work in the game. There's rooms that drop keys, there's a push block that opens a door, you got wall masters, which are gimmicky, but they're there. You've got garayas that teach you how to block projectiles with your shields. There's a bomb wall that's not necessary to complete the dungeon, but if you find it, you can use it as like a little shortcut. And kind of learn how the map and the compass works. And you get the boomerang, which is probably the most iconic sub-weapon in the game. You also get the bow, but we're not going to be using the bow for a long time. I'm split between an A and a B. You know what? I think you go for an A. I think you go for an A tier dungeon for the Eagle. Because it's everything you want, like, an intro dungeon to be, right? It's easy to find on the map. You go in there, you find the hint, you fight some monsters, you clear some rooms, you walk out with 60 rupees. Like, what else do you really want? Theming in this game is pretty much just the shape of the dungeon itself. Let's see if I can get 3 rupees on the way back down to this candle shop. Would be nice. I'm inclined to be generous to The Legend of Zelda. There were some Zelda games that we played in this this nonsense that I'm disinclined to be generous towards, but I'm inclined to be generous towards The Legend of Zelda. Like, that's fine. I'm gonna open the little secrets later, I think. So we've got a lot of rupees. Well, we're about to spend all our rupees right here, I guess. Buy something, will ya? Yeah, I've got the bombs to use. We might as well pop some more secrets. Now we need to head up towards the top corner of the map. We must first burn some trees. You burn this tree. You get money. You burn this tree. You get a heart. Burn this tree, and it's just a shop, but we'll be in that shop later, actually. That's where you buy the cheap shield. Oh, look who came back. I feel like we're getting very lucky indeed with the rupee drops. It usually does not go this swimmingly. More free rupees down here. Took my man a minute. Came in, he was napping. But he got around to it. That's the important bit. This guy has a blue map. Just in case you want a blue one. I'm blue abba-dee-abba-die. Just gotta eat that hit. Not a lot you can do about that. I want this fairy in my face. Delectable. You don't play money-making game. You walk through the mountains. Shake this man down for $100. Don't get shot by this Lionel. He's got Dragon Bone equipment. We've mastered using this because we have 5 hearts. We've got 6 hearts. We're ahead of the game. head back to that corner shop that I pointed out. Since our gut is busting with money at the moment. It's actually really cheap. That's the cheapest shield in the game. Alright. We have the big damn shield. Guess we should now go do level 2. Excuse you. You know what? We still have tons of money left, so... While we're here... Get the bow and arrow. We still got $70 after all that. They patched this game to make money drops more common. It's true. Is it this screen? Because the next thing we have to buy costs $250, which is pretty pricey. It's this screen. Alright, if we get good drops, we might come out of the next dungeon with 250. We did not have Nintendo Power as children. We just spent hours and hours scouring this game. It's how we know where all the stuff is. That's how I learned where all this stuff is. There was no internet back in the 1980s. I mean, there was, but we didn't have it. The most powerful computer we had in the house was probably the NES, if I'm being honest. Alright, new level. I do believe this is the moon. And I don't remember where stuff is. Like, I want to get the map and compass and any clues to be had in levels. So I think the goal is we're going to try to full clear as much as we can without using keys first. I actually don't think there is a clue in this level. This is like the only level that has snakes, too, in the first quest. These snakes are not... They're in the Goriah set, but there were none of them in level 1. In fact, let's make a note. That there are many ropes here. The snakes are called ropes. Let's see how much of the dungeon we can clear without using keys. Because any keys I can take forward. If we're going to do level 8 actually as the 8th dungeon, then we're going to have to go through a lot of the game without the magic key. So it looks like those 2 rooms down there are going to require a key. At least 1 and maybe more. So that's the dungeon's item, is the magic boomerang, aka the boomerang. I actually prefer the regular boomerang, because the difference is the magic one travels all the way across the screen. But once it's out, you can't throw it again. And that's not necessarily what you want. Like, if you miss with the boomerang, you've got to wait like an hour and a half for it to come home. What's this monster called? Because it's kind of like our sub-boss. It's not a land mola. Was it a Moldorm? I'm going to call it a Moldorm. Because I think there's only one other Moldorm in the entire first quest. In level 7. And it's as much of a sub-boss as we're going to see. The map and compass must be down in these 2 rooms. I'm going to go spend the keys. Oh, y'all came back. Pleased to see you. Ropes have pretty good drop rates for, like, rupees. Yeah, map and compass are in these 2 locked rooms here, I'll bet. Can I save a key? Can this be bombed, I wonder? I can save a key. So yeah, this room, this dungeon is shaped like a crescent moon. It's called the Moon. Sometimes rooms have gang leaders like that, and if you kill the gang leader, the whole gang dies. Just like real life. Ow, I got snakied. Actually, there must be a hint in this dungeon. Now that I think about it. That's right. When you're standing in the room next to the boss, you can hear the boss roaring. Good night, Steven. Sleep well, my friend. So yeah, this room must go to a hint room up here. Yeah. Ooh, 5 rupees. Dodongo dislikes the smoke. So there's 2 ways to kill Dodongo. I didn't know of one of them when I was a kid, but if you feed him 2 bombs, he'll explode. His like belly puffs up. But if you get him to walk through smoke, he'll be stunned for a moment and vulnerable to your sword. I'm bad at doing that method. I didn't even learn that was a thing you could do until I started playing Zelda Randomizer. We'll just do it that way and then go back and pick up the bombs that these Garayas had dropped. Excellent. Uh... It's not a very interesting dungeon, if I'm being honest. I like the color scheme. There's a quote-unquote puzzle boss, right? Like, you have to figure out how to kill the boss, like the hint is there. There are bomb drops in the dungeon to help facilitate that. Hopefully by now you've learned how to use bombs. I'm gonna go with a B. That's a B tier dungeon. Still pretty enjoyable. I'm gonna have 250 bucks by the time I get over to where the ring is, I think. It's awesome. I'm gonna have to try to remember where all the hints are. We might want to try to full clear some of these dungeons, just to refresh my memory of what's going on in life. How'd you miss that? Lonk. There's 250. You love to see it. We might be able to buy bomb upgrades. I usually don't buy them because they're just so expensive. We've got so many rupees hanging out. $255 is the max, my dudes. Let's drop some. The blue ring will cut my damage in half, which is lovely. Shake this guy down. He's a cheapskate, though. He's only got 10. However, his neighbor over here... big spender, right? Big dollars. Let's immediately spend a whole bunch of this money. We can now buy drink. The red drink gives us 2 doses to fill up our hearts. We probably won't need any of those until... I was about to say until level 9, but if we're going to full clear 8 and 6, we might use Drank in 8 or 6. Alright, level 3. 3 is the Manji. And it has a weird like palette glitch where Link is the wrong color if he doesn't have the blue ring. This is where they start stepping up with more difficult monsters. This dungeon uses the Dark Nut set, and it has the big blobs, which if you just have the regular wooden sword, they can never drop hearts. Because they split into 2 smaller blobs, and the small blobs never drop anything. So yeah, we've got a Dark Nut set happening here. And big blobs. I will leave that bomb drop there, I think, because we don't need it right now. So the monster in the Dark Nut set that we don't get to see in this dungeon are the Gyptos. No Gyptos in this dungeon. Or Pole's Voice are also in this set. Or blue Dark Nuts, I guess. Let me out of here. A lot of the items have palette, like Link's palette color, whatever it is, whether it's green, white, or red, depending on which ring he has. And a lot of items have accents on it, like the ropes on the raft, you can see are white. The string on the bow, like a lot of items have little accents like that. So as your palette changes, as you get new rings, your items change too. It's also the first dungeon with bubbles. Bubbles take away your sword for a few seconds. I'm not going to use the key on that door. If I don't have to use a key, why would I? I just need a map, and then there's a clue in this dungeon. I think the clue in this dungeon starts pointing you towards where the white sword is hidden. Yeah, see, this is why we didn't use a key in that door. If we want to go up, though, we have to use a key in this door. Yeah, this man here has got my white sword hidden. I did get the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall. Thank you for asking. Just looking for a map now. If you see an item on a floor in the room, that means the monsters won't drop an item when cleared. So I know that's not the map room. Actually, oh no, we don't need to use a bomb. We could use a key here, but we're going to save the key and use a bomb instead. Get into this room. Nice. We could bomb our way into... Actually, let's do that, because there's a bomb drop that we didn't pick up. Let's bomb our way into here. Here's our boss. This guy's name is Manhandla. And we're just going to try to get a bomb Got him. Oh, he dropped bombs for us. Beautiful. Okay, we're done here. The raft is not a very useful item. We will need it to complete the game, but it's not like fun or useful at all. Manhandle is kind of a crap boss. Actually, not fun. It moves just completely at random, so you just kind of have to place bombs down and hope for the best. It's the third boss we've killed with bombs, though. Bombs are very useful for fighting in this game. Fighting bosses, at least. And yeah, the hint's good. Hints tell you where to find the sword if you don't have it. It's at least as good as level 2, I guess. There's some dead ends and things, but no traps. There's no like trapped dead ends, like where you step into a room and now you're just locked in. Nothing like that. Also, we've got the money for it. I can't believe how much money we have in this run. We're going to need the beef later. And that's it for money. As long as I don't drink my potion before too long, we don't need to buy anything else. We're good. Level 4 is where I'm going to have to look up what the shape is supposed to be. Because there's a dragon, a demon, and a snake. And I'm not sure which one level 4 is. I think it's the snake. Yeah, level 4 is the snake. When I find the map, you guys can tell me how much you think it looks like a snake. This dungeon uses the Wizrobe set, but there aren't any actual Wizrobes to be found. It's also got a new gimmick that a lot of, like, I think every dungeon in the game will use from this point on. It also starts to be much larger. The first 3 dungeons are fairly small. This one gets a little bigger. Lots of Vyres in this dungeon. The Vyres split into 2 bats when attacked. We're not going to use that key if we don't have to. So it's the first dungeon that has dark rooms. Actually... Okay, no, it doesn't work. I thought maybe I could kill a Vyre in one shot with the arrow. You see what I mean? The blue boomerang just... If you miss with it, you're just boomerangless now for the whole generation. Not even any drops in that room. That's sad. I just instinctively know the shapes by a lot of rooms just by kind of feeling them out. So I don't actually need to light up dark rooms a lot of the time. However, we cannot cross this room because there is a river in the middle. And if you don't believe me, I can do that. This is the NSU room, because it says NSU. Never heard a good explanation for why it says NSU. I can't be the only person who sees that, right? I think I need to use a key on that door up there too, but first we need to clear this room without getting eaten by like-likes. If we get eaten by a like-like, we lose our shield. So every time I get hit by a bubble, they can't damage me, but I lose access to my sword for a few seconds. That got real cozy with that like-like. Alright. Bubbles also completely move around randomly. And we have the ladder. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we need to use a key here because this is where the map is. Oh, I'm dumb. I wasted a key. Yeah, I can't get it from this angle. The ladder lets us move over certain rivers. Like the one in this room. I try to time a boomerang throw so I can kill the 2 bats that get generated when the Vire dies. That's the plan, anyway. There was nothing in here. So, I don't know. Is that a snake? I guess I can kinda see it. It's kind of coiled around. Oh, actually, no, we want to bomb up from there, don't we? We can bomb into the eye of the snake, right? Look what I found! Still need to find a clue in this dungeon. So even though we did take the shortcut, I think we're gonna go up to the. I think the corner up here has the clue. I'm gonna steal this key and go around the other way though. I wasted a key earlier, so it's only fair that I get to steal one. Oh, there's a box there. The compass must be down in like the lowest coil of the snake down there. So I bet I can go in here. Yeah, here's Manhandla again. I'm not going to count him as a sub-boss because it's not a required room. But he is here. Anytime we have to fight a big monster like that as a required enemy, here's our hint. I'll count it as the sub-boss. Walk into the waterfall. I think the waterfall hint, I think it's a woman, and if you pay her, she'll tell you how to reach level 5 going up into the Lost Woods. I think that's the haps. You know what? This room's going badly for me, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm man enough to admit when a room is going badly. Here is Gleeok. The two-headed version. Later we will see 3- and 4-headed versions of Gleeok. Alright. Level 4. The ladder is a really cool item, actually. I like the ladder a lot. I think it would be cool if later Zelda games had something similar. But I'm not really sure what that would look like, even. Like, Zelda 2 could have had a ladder item at some point in some kind of way. I guess it kind of does with the water walking boots. It's a little similar. Yeah, a little more challenging dungeon. We're getting there now. I like how the dungeon hint tells you how to find the next dungeon, because up till now, the dungeons have been really easy to find. Level 1 and 2, you just stumble across them as you're journeying around the map. Level 3 as well. Once you get the raft at level 3, well, there's only a couple places to use the raft. One of them takes you to level 4. Level 5 is hidden. So I like how the hint points you to level 5. And I like Gleeok. Gleeok's a cool monster. I think we go back up to an A for this dungeon. I think it's a step up from level 2 and 3. It's a little bit of an exploration check. Because that dungeon, it's like, hey man, have you found the white sword? Have you found the blue candle? Like, those are both required for this dungeon. The blue candle's not required, but you know what I mean. Alright, we've got a bit of a hike ahead of us now. A long way to travel. I guess we'll go this way. This is the experience, just walking around the overworld exploring. Like, that's the experience that a lot of people compared to Breath of the Wild, right? It's like, oh, it's like Zelda 1 overworld. But I think the difference is, like, you can become very familiar with the Zelda 1 overworld. You kind of have to in order to clear the game. Whereas Breath of the Wild, the sheer size and immensity of it and how empty it is, how little there is to actually find compared to how much physical space, plus all the fast travel, means that you don't ever, or at least I didn't, in 200 or 300 hours or whatever I put into Breath of the Wild, I've never actually gotten to the point where I'm that familiar with the world map. And I don't think you can, really. It's not something that the game demands of you, which is a big difference between, like, that and Zelda 1. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think, is a personal preference. Because not everybody is going to like scouring the world map and trying to... You know what I mean? So... I want this one. I have taken the bottle, though. I have taken drank out of these rooms in rando from time to time. Depending on the circumstance. Continue to hikes. We're not going to level 5 just yet. This is a secret everybody in here, isn't it? Or is this a shop? I guess we're about to find out. Because I wouldn't mind buying bomb upgrades if I can afford it. It's a secret. Okay, good. Sometimes you bomb open a wall and it's just like a dude in a shop. Like, you want to buy some bombs? Because you guys use the bombs. That's what the shopkeeper sounds like. I think the later Zelda games need clock items, right? Like, how much more fun would some of those Stalfos fights in Ocarina of Time have been if you picked up a clock and they were just frozen in place forever? Yeah, we might be able to afford a bomb upgrade. I forget how much it costs. I think it's over 100, but I don't know for sure. Alright, the way through the Lost Woods is up. Left. Down. Left. There's a woman who gives you that hint if you pay for it in a nearby cave. Excuse me. We could also get to this side of the map by using the stepladder if we didn't figure out the woods. That is a Genie. Ghosts in this game are called Genies, not Pose. So 12 hearts we can master using the magic sword. I went through a phase in my life where I insisted on calling it the Master Sword, but I got over that pretty quickly. It didn't last long. It's also not accurate. Okay, your boy over here has got some goodies for me. That's the power bracelet. Now we can pick up bomb flowers. Just kidding, that's a different game. Power bracelet lets us push 4 blocks in the game that reveal the fast travel points. I don't remember which one. Is it 3? That's where we wanted to go. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, now if you walk into the waterfall, you talk to a lady that says go up, up, up the hills ahead. If you just keep going up, the hills look like they're the same forever. But eventually, level 5. Is level 5 the dragon? The lizard. Oh, it's not a dragon, it's a lizard. That's my mistake. That's my bad. Again, we'll try to clear as much of the dungeon as possible and get the map, and I'll let you guys determine if you think it looks like a lizard or not. This dungeon has Gyptos and Pulse voices, so it is the Dark Nuts set. It's got blue Dark Nuts, Pulse voices, and lots of Gyptos and one other gimmick. That we'll see in a minute. I better clear these guys out, right? So in the Japanese version, the controller had a microphone and you had to yell into the microphone to kill these enemies. That's not a joke, by the way. That's completely true. But the NES version in North America didn't have a microphone in the controller, so they had to give the Pulse voice a different weakness. I better use up a bomb real quick and then see if I can grab that bomb pickup. Nice. I think this is a first required bomb in the game. You have to bomb this wall. And go over that way. These are the dongos up here, but we don't actually have to fight these guys. In fact, we're going to leave them alone for now. In fact, that's a bit of misdirection, because it kind of looks like you have to fight the dodongos, right? Like they're blocking that door over there, but really, you need to go through this door. Actually, you could fight the dodongos and then come through the top. Yeah, let's go fight the dodongos and come through this room from the top. And then we can get some more bombs off that Gibdos. So we might get a map or compass for this too. Who knows? But this time it's 3 dodongos. Ooh, I better not miss with another bomb. It's a bomb drop. So, you know, it's not a required bomb wall. But if you know the bomb wall, you can skip the dodongos. I have 10 keys. That's ridiculous. Gibdos are miserable if you don't have the magic sword. Actually, this is a required bomb wall to go through here. To the first blue dark nut room. I don't know the difference between a dark nut and an iron knuckle. I know that they're called one thing in some games and one thing in the other games, and I don't really know which is which. But this is the new gimmick for this dungeon, is a secret passage that takes you to another point in the dungeon. There's also a bomb upgrade for sale in here. 110, we might be able to afford it. I don't know how much it is. It's down here. We have to use a key. We immediately get it back. There's no rhyme or reason to where the secret passages take you. They just can take you to basically anywhere else on the map. Oh, it's only 100. I would love to have more bombs, my dude. Can now carry 12 bombs like a champion. Nice. Sword beams are like overpowered in this game. I understand why they didn't want sword beams to be at this level of power in future Zelda games, but it's almost like this is the only game that has sword beams where they're even a little bit useful. In every other Zelda game that has sword beams, Link to the Past, sometimes there are some situations where you can like pin a monster down using your sword beams. Alright, so our item is the recorder. We're done fighting blue dark nuts. This dungeon now. Excuse me. I'm about to trade out this fizzy Pepsi for a cup of tea. I feel like my throat's getting scratchy. Alright. I don't want to use a key. But I mean, we have so many. We're not going to run out. I think there's enough keys in the dungeons to open up every locked door. But depending on how many keys you have when you come into a dungeon, you might be in a situation where you can't complete a dungeon with just the keys you find in there. So... the shops do sell extra keys if you need them. Actually, I think the map is in this room. Isn't it? Yes. Okay, I remember now. We don't need to fight the Dodongos to get the map, but we do want to pick it up. Yeah, will you guys excuse me for 2 minutes? I'm going to go make a cup of tea and see if that helps with my throat a little bit. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right. This is my secret ingredient for hot tea. Is a cough drop, lemon cough drop. Plunk. That will dissolve in there, and all of its cough drop-y, lozengey goodness, without the flavor of the cough drop being too overpowering. I find just having a cough drop in my mouth is too much. First sip of tea is always an adventure. Alright, what am I doing? Map. The Dodingos came back. Is that a lizard? I feel like you guys can be honest with me. I feel like we're looking at, like, Atari E.T. Also, the stepladder is just very useful because you can just stand here and no monster can touch you. Unless the monsters have projectiles, you're always safe standing on a ladder. Well, not always. Like this position, I'm not safe. I'm on like a half tile. One shot in the red dark nuts. I have to assume that's what this room is for, to show you that you can one-shot the red dark nuts now with the magic sword. So the compass kind of stops being very useful. Once the game introduces the secret passages, because like, yeah, knowing which room it's in is, I guess, kind of nice, but that room could be connected to literally anywhere. And later levels actually become pretty rough mazes in that. I think the eye room must have my hint in it then. Up here. Yeah. A secret power is said to be in the arrow. That's your hint that you need silver arrows to defeat Ganon. I thought there was one more hint in here, though. There is a room we didn't clear at the bottom. So yeah, I thought there was a hint about how to fight the boss here. So our boss is Digdogger. I think it's just one eye. Because after I play the recorder, he will split into some number of Digdogger Juniors, which become vulnerable to the sword. And later ones will split into 3 instead of 1. But that's level 5. There is a secret, there is a hint that explains how to defeat Digdogger. I don't know where it is, though. Maybe it's in this dungeon. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Would kind of have to be, though. Wouldn't it? Is it in this room here? This is the one room we didn't go into. Oh, I can't get into it from this direction. Let's use up the key and see if it's a hint room. Yeah, it was locked. That's why we didn't go in there. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm glad I did that. So there's a hint here on how to defeat Ganon at the end, and then there's a hint on how to defeat its own boss. So yeah, blue Darknut rooms are a bit harrowing. Secret passages are now a thing. You can buy a bomb upgrade. You get the recorder, which is your fast travel out in the world. You can use it to travel back to any levels that you've already cleared. And I like that the level is actually much more difficult if you don't have the magic sword and the blue ring. Like, if you haven't done your overworld exploration, found the magic sword, the blue ring, some more heart containers, this dungeon is very harrowing. But if you have those things, it's quite reasonable. So yeah, no, I'm happy to put level 5. I think we go... I can go to an A. I like it more than level 2 and 3. I'm okay with that. I'm happy to say level 5 is an A dungeon. It doesn't go overboard with the blue dark nuts. Some later levels, and in the second quest especially, kind of go overboard with the blue dark nuts. We're not quite there yet. Level 5 is a nice, happy medium. Alright, we need to go back to level 3. So if you're facing left, you'll go backwards through the cycle. If you're facing right, you'll go forward through the cycle. So I think it's going to end up by taking us to 4. No, to 5. Okay. But we want to continue going backwards. There's 4. And then 3. Maybe 6 is a dragon and then 7 is a demon. That's a lot of reptile dungeons, I guess. So level 7 is right around here, but we're trying to do the dungeons in order. Even though level 7 is one of the easier dungeons, it's actually easier than level 5. Because there's no dark nuts. We're on our way to one of the most notorious dungeons in the game. Make sure you have Drank, make sure you have Bone Arrow. Level 6. Alright. Level 6 is the dragon. Is it not? Yeah, level 6 is the dragon. This uses the Wizrobe set and actually has Wizrobes. I kind of wish there was a level that only had the orange Wizrobes and not the blue one. I think it would have been appropriate for like maybe level 4 to have orange Wizrobes, or even like level 3 would have been fine. Like just as your check to make sure that you bought the big shield. I'll use this key because I think this is a hint. Aim at the eyes of Goma. So it's a hint on how to fight the boss, which is nice. Who are these men who live in the dungeons, by the way? Like, what's their deal? I'm gonna turn 90 and go move into an underground cavern filled with monsters and evil wizards. Yeah, okay, Grandpa. Early compass. Alright, it's about to get wacky. Blue Wizrobes. Oh, and likes in the same room. I almost got eaten by that like. Oh, stole my sword, the bastard. That's a hard room to introduce blue Wizrobes into, man. Whew. Trial by fire. They don't even like give you an empty room with just a couple of blue Wizrobes first. They just go ham sandwich on you. And blue Wizrobes are the worst. It's the hardest monster you'll see in a dungeon. Outside of a couple of the bosses. So, like, they've blown their wad this early. Still 3 levels left to go. And any level that has blue Wizrobes kind of like overpowers everything else in the level because there's so much more of a pain to fight. Than any other monster type. There's a three-headed Goma as our sub-boss. Not Goma, Gleeok. I think we can bomb up from here, actually. To get a secret. Oh, never mind. I'm a liar. I didn't mean to be a liar, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to play it safe and fight my likes from... Oh, the map. Is that a dragon? It's like a dragon like holding an orb. He curled up holding like an orb in his hand or something. I don't know. Not 100% seeing dragon here. Okay, so I think we go up this way first. That went about as well as you can expect. So we have the magic wand. The purpose of the wand is it gives you access to an attack if bubbles steal your sword. That's basically it. It's about as powerful as the white sword, I think. Very useful if you find it earlier in a randomizer, but at this point in a regular vanilla run of the game, the wand is of questionable value, I find. Let's make a note that we fought three-headed Gleeok as well. Fires now go down in one hit, which means they don't split into bats, which means they can drop things. Good to know. Oh good, it's another blue Wizrobe and like room. Oh yeah, they can get you in doorways. I forgot about that. Yeah, blue Wizrobes break all the rules of enemy AI patterns in the Legend of Zelda. Oh, that's a glorious thing to find. Through the secret passage. Do we have to clear one more room? No, it's a key door. I can just go through. Alright, let's aim at the Eye of Goma. Nice miss. There might be 2 hints in this dungeon, actually. Because there are some areas over there that we didn't have to clear out. Alright, so our boss was Goma. There's an orange and a blue Goma. The blue Goma is harder. We'll see him later. Let's make sure I don't get punked by this Lionel on this screen, and then we will grade this dungeon. So the wand is situationally useful. I get the sense that it might have more value in the second quest than the first. because of reasons. Yeah, blue Wizrobes, I think it's just too early to be fighting armies of blue Wizrobes. But I think the orange Wizrobes are too easy. I think we should have seen orange Wizrobes in level 4 in like 1 or 2 rooms where you just fight a couple of them. Although the theme of this dungeon is kind of magic. Like you get the magic wand, you fight the wizards for the first time, whereas level 4 was more just about the bats. So maybe it's not appropriate. I've never liked this dungeon very much, and getting through it without using Drank is kind of a miracle. I'm gonna go down to a C. I do believe. Did I miss a donation 18 minutes ago? Did somebody tip $26? I did not see or hear the pop-up. I'm sorry, I was fighting my way through level 6. Thank you, Anonymous. Wait a minute. $26. Hold on. Puts us up to 351. Is that enough for another game? It's exactly enough to add Dr. Mario to the shuffle. Beautiful. Yeah, thanks very much. That adds Dr. Mario to the shuffle. Dr. Mario is just like a good slog of a game. It's very, very long. We'll still be playing Dr. Mario long after we've cleared some of the other shorter games. But it'll be fun to have. Now, the next game after Dr. Mario is Micro Mages. Micro Mages is an amazing game. It was made by a team called MorphCat in 2019. They made an NES game without any of the bonus chips in the cartridges. So like a lot of later complicated NES games, like even like Final Fantasy games or like Kirby's Adventure is a great example. They're able to make those games like big and beautiful and bold with all this extra memory and stuff. These guys made like a first generation NES game called Micro Mages, and it's really, really fantastic. Peanut's first Christmas gift actually came in the mail today. Do you guys want to see it? Here, I gotta switch my input over and make sure I get a good view of it on screen. She requested this specifically, and it just arrived today. And it's a Christmas ornament, so even though it counts as a present, she went ahead and opened it today, so we'll have it to decorate the house with for Christmas. Give me a second, I'll go grab it, I'll show you guys. Do not know how well this is going to appear on camera because it is partially green, but this is, she requested, this is like a Star Wars Ewoks celebrating Christmas tree. This is what all of your very generous donations this past couple weeks have gone towards so far. This is what she wanted. And she was delighted to receive this. Never seen her happier. So it's like the top of the tree, there's like a little Ewok putting a Stormtrooper helmet on top of the tree. And then there's like an R2-D2 down here somewhere. So it's very heavy. It's also musical. Like you can push a button and it makes horrible Ewok sounds. Let me see if I can figure out. Where is that it? We've had enough of that. All right, I'm going to go put this back before I break it. I don't know that it's better or worse if... Like, is it better or worse that it's just generic Ewok noises and they're not, like, trying to sing Jingle Bells or something? You're gonna see a glitch. I'm gonna switch my input back over. So that is her first Christmas gift. She specifically requested that. She has so much Ewok or Star Wars Christmas stuff, you guys. I have a lot of nerd Christmas stuff too. Like, our tree is entirely like nerd stuff and pop culture references and things. But with her, it's like almost all Star Wars. Star Wars and Wizard of Oz. That's her two things. They're kind of evenly split. Whereas I'm like all over the map. Like, got like Lord of the Rings and Batman and different comic books and Final Fantasy characters and things. Yeah, the seizure happens anytime I've got to switch my input over. It's the HDMI cables trying to figure their stuff out. Alright, so level 7 here must be the demon. There's got to be a secret or a hint in level 6 that we didn't see then. Telling you to blow the whistle here. It says secrets are where fairies don't live. Or maybe it's an old woman on the world map somewhere that you can pay for the information. Alright, is level 7 the demon? The demon. Yeah. We're going to be in here for a while, because I don't remember where the map or compass are, and I definitely want at least the map. Here's the only other Moldorm in the game. This is actually a fairly easy dungeon, because it's the Goriah set. But it's a very large dungeon, and very sprawling. Like, maybe it's supposed to be, whereas level 5 and 6 were more of, like, focused challenges that kind of straight shot through the dungeon, but you have to fight some of the toughest monsters, whereas level 7 is like more of a marathon. Like, it's gonna be Goriahs are the toughest things we'll see in here. I don't know what this room is shaped like. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna put this on. Yeah, I feel like we missed a hint in level 6, but I'm not going back to level 6. Like, I'm done with level 6. So Zelda Randomizer has a fun option where you can, like, make the bomb, like, make the wand explode on impact. Like, fire bombs from across the screen. This whole area of the dungeon is nonsense, by the way. Like, there's no reason to do any of this. Here's a trick. Place a bomb right on Dig Dogger. Then blow the whistle. Bomb explodes, deal some damage. How do you like that? If we can get to $100, there is a bomb upgrade in this dungeon as well, actually. I'm going to hold off bombing walls for as long as I can. I kind of want to get a sense for the shape of the dungeon in terms of... Oh. A secret in the tip of the nose. So he's telling you how to get to the boss, basically. Basically. Tea is almost gone. Actually, I'm out of tea bags. That was my last one. I can't make another cup of tea. No, this is as far as we go without bombs. And they give you bombs in the room where you actually need them, which is nice. It's very helpful. Why am I doing wand when I have full hearts and can fire lasers? I know the path forward is along the left side of the dungeon, so I'm going to head over to the right and see if I can find, like, the map and stuff. Oh, here's the compass. My boy has it here. Let's go down here before we start firing at the Dodingos. Okay, just random more bomb drops. Oh, there is a snake room down here. One snake room in this level. Alright, we'll take out the Dodingos next. I'm bad. I'm bad at Dodingo. Actually, if you get one in their gut, it's actually pretty easy to use the second one. Oh, there's a bomb shop here. To stun them with the smoke. I guess I just haven't been doing that. Yeah, up from here. So if you get hit by a bubble, you can still have access with your wand. It's just kind of like finding a white sword in a chest that always fires lasers. This guy again. Diggity Dogger. No map. Also, that was a totally unnecessary Dig Dogger kill. Like, wasn't blocking in any direction. Ah, it's Grumble Grumble. So yeah, this is just a money sink. You gotta feed my man. You can put the beef all the way over in the corner and he still eats it. He eats it from downtown. Oh, the map's just chilling. So that's what a demon looks like, by the way. What does this room look like? Alright, I'll get the boomerang, get that heart. I'm greedy. But I'm lazy, too. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's what this room would look like. Actually... I'll bet. Bombs don't hurt you in this game, by the way. You can stand right in the explosion and it's fine. Cool. I don't think there is a hint for how to find level 8, but I also don't think level 8 is hidden in a terrible spot. If there's anybody in chat who doesn't already know where level 8 is, maybe you'll have to tell me what you think when I reveal where it is. Because there's not an in-game hint that points you to it like there is for levels 5, 6, and 7. I think we just go straight through the eye, right? To get to the nose? Yeah. I want that 1 rupee. I think it's in a very obvious spot, but I'm curious if there's anybody that hasn't actually doesn't know where it is. When they see where it is, like, I wouldn't mind getting some outside opinions on the subject. So the blue candle that we bought, you can only use it once per screen. The red candle you can use as much as you want. And it's not a super useful item if you already know the game very well, but you have to remember that the only way to find a lot of the things in the game are to experiment, to actually burn down all the trees that you see. And we are going to use the candle to get into the next dungeon, so maybe that is your clue. Like, why would you get a candle in level 7? Oh, it's because you need a candle to reach level 8. I didn't mean to do that. You kind of get sucked through bomb walls. We heard the boss roaring there, but we actually have to go around the long way to get to the boss. Ah, Dig Dogger here. This is a sub-boss. We have to fight him. And he's going to split into 3 childs. 3 Diggity Man Juniors. We can skip these Dodongos. The tip of the nose, this way, so there's a required bomb wall. And this room is actually going to be very nice to have the wand in. Because we can just get hit by the bubbles all day long and still kill the wall masters. Was that it? That's it. So yeah, the question people ask about these games, like, how are you supposed to know, like, which block to put? Like, you just try it. Just try all the blocks, and one of them moves, you know? It doesn't take that long to just experiment with everything in the room. It only takes a minute. And that's what they expected you to do. That was the intended style of play. Oh man, our boss in level 7. Just Aquamentus again. Why not? And he's not even like a harder version of Aquamentus. I'm actually going to come right back into the dungeon once we've left and buy the other bomb upgrade. Because we've got the money for it. I think as a kid, I never really understood how useful the wand could be. It wasn't until I started playing the rando that I really started loving the wand. There is some of this game's DNA in La Mulana. Like, yeah, I could see it. Because La Mulana was very reliant on riddles. The riddles in this game are also very, very obvious, though. Let's grade level 7. So Aquamenus is a dumb boss. So yeah, I think that the point here is that there's not an obvious path through the level. Like, level 5 and 6 had secret passages, but there's really only one route through the level. This level is larger than both in the sense that it can be very confusing just where to go. It's the first level where you really have to start testing walls with bombs. Which I think is why it uses the Garaya enemy set. Because they wanted you to focus more on filling out the map, they made sure that the actual enemy set didn't have any nasty surprises. Garayas just are not that tricky. They have a projectile, but you can block it with your shield. And then nothing else in the set is very threatening. I think we can go with a B here. Well, the red candle's not a super cool item. Aquamenus is a lame boss. You do get to fight Dig Dogger again if you really want to. Oh, and Grumble Cakes. Who doesn't love Grumble Cakes, right? So there's like a rupee check halfway through the... Did you buy the food or not? I think we can go with a B. I think a B is fair. So, I guess the theming of the dungeon is it's kind of like a goblin hole, right? Like it's filled with monsters, and like one of them doesn't want to fight you, man. He's just hungry. He's a hungry boy. Alright, you can't fast travel from this screen because the flute won't function. It'll just drain the lake instead. So we come from here. Because at this point, the game does expect you to have, like, really traveled the overworld, like, backwards and forwards. And then this tree here, you've almost certainly tried to burn it. And then this tree is level 8. So I feel like most people probably discover level 8 very early in the game. But even if you try to come in here, you can't progress very far without certain items. I'm pretty sure you need the bow and arrow, you need the ladder, and then the rest of it's just like a health check. It's a lot of blue dark nuts. So here's level 8. Level 8 is the lion. It's the dark nut set of enemies. And it's also the first level since 1 that has 2 items in it. So first we'll go over here. Ugh. Manhandling not being a bro. Not being a broski. So no likes in this dungeon, thankfully. Actually, the wand doesn't work on dark nuts. I mean, you can strike them with the wand, and it hurts them, but... the magic portion of the wand doesn't do anything to them. At least I don't think it does. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, our first item is the Book of Magic. This is what it does. It makes the wand burst into flames. So not super useful, but it's there. You can have it, right? Did you find the manhandler room in level 8 before you found level 3? That's funny. I don't really remember what's off the beaten path in this level, so we're going to learn together. Oh, a key. You can hurt yourself on your own fire, so if you pick up the Book of Magic, you need to watch out. Pretty sure I don't have to fight this manhandler, but I will clear him out. If you get lucky, you can take out manhandler with a single bomb, but we haven't gotten lucky at all in this playthrough. So kind of the idea of this level is we're going to go up this hallway straight up the north, and then every other room there will be a side path forming the main of the lion. You'll see what I mean when we find the map. Let's go in here before we clear out this room. There's a compass. Okay, compass is not super useful. Now we gotta kill a bunch of blue dark nuts in a room where the statues are shooting fireballs at us. If you're very well practiced at this game, it's pretty efficient to fight blue dark nuts with bombs. But that's not a description I would use for my own self. This is the wrong way, but there might be a map over here. So we're going to try this way. Oh, you'll love to see it. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is a diagonal block room. Yeah. I actually don't like the Book of Magic because you can't use the wand as freely. Like, look at it. It doesn't even, like, put the fire on the monster half the time. Alright, let's kill these guys. Just need a map, not a key. We have so many keys. A blue goma. I'm looking for the map, so yeah, we'll fight a blue goma. Blue goma, you gotta hit, I think, 3 times. This is an easy version of blue goma, too. Look at that. Some of those, I feel like those shots should have connected. You gotta hit the very middle of the eye, and you can't reflect goma's fireballs either, not even with a big shield. It's not fair. What's the purpose of the big shield if you can't? Using the key here would be a bad idea, I think. So we're going to go back anyway. Ah. Here's our hint for... where to find level 9. I'll use the key here. It's fine. Rather than walk all the way back around. It's, nothing in the room to my right, though. Yeah, see, the dark nuts can't even be hit by the fire. You gotta hit him with the actual wand, and if you're doing that, then you risk putting the fire right in your face, which is not helpful to anybody.
Dark Knight was being a bro. He's taking the hits for his Gibdo friend. Oof, this is a heck of a room here. I think we don't want to do this room yet. I think we need to go north first. Ah, ah. We'll kill this manhandler. Why not? Well, we got 2 parts. Well, we got 3 parts. Ah, he had the map. Okay, so... yeah, you can see the shape of the map now. We're taking this like center hallway up, and then the next room, the room north of me here is a trap room. Here's our actual sub-boss, Goma. And this one's harder because it's got fireball statues. Yeah, we're going to do second quest. We're probably not going to start it tonight, though. What sucks about this room is that the statue fireballs can be blocked, but Goma's cannot. But they look identical. They're the same exact fireballs. You really have to pay attention to like what direction the fireball is traveling. Yeah, too late. So you can know which ones are blockable and which ones are not. Nice. I like when he walks towards me because that's an easy hit. Alright, north is a trap room. You gotta fight Dark Nuts or something stupid to get out. But if you go right to this room... oh, I guess I should have kept the arrows equipped. Yeah, you can't really manage blue Wizrobes. You kind of just have to tank them. Blue Dark Nuts are learnable. Like, yeah, it's... I've done rando seeds where I've had to fight roomfuls of, like, of blue Dark Nuts with just my wooden sword and nothing else. Like, it's manageable. It can be done. It is the magical key. So now I'd never need keys again. Unlike Zelda 2, the magic key is not a required item in this game. But certainly nice to have, like one less thing to worry about. Even though I'm pretty sure we had enough keys to complete the whole game from where we were. We have the any key. Alright, so now this room, now we have to clear it. Because I need that door open. Our only use of rupees right now is that each rupee counts as an arrow. When we fire an arrow, because the game doesn't track arrows, it just spends a rupee instead. So that's like our main use of rupees. Now my favorite part of this dungeon... I mean, there's more dungeon. You can go around in circles looking for the boss. Try to come out of these Pole's Voice rooms with more rupees than I went into them. But, also, you could just put a bomb right here. And it's on to four-headed Gleeok. Cadence of Hyrule has a boss... because all the Cadence of Hyrule bosses, because the theme of the game is music, all the bosses are patterned after instruments. And one of the bosses is the Gleeokenspiel, which is now my favorite word. Alright. Let's grade... level 8. I mean, I think level 8 is a good endgame challenge, right? I like how you'll almost certainly find it very early in your explorations. And like it's always hanging over you as you go through the rest of the game. Like you'll know you'll be coming back here. What fresh hell awaits you in level 8? And it's tough, like Dark Nuts and shooting gallery rooms, but at this point in the game, you should have a good enough handle on things that it's all manageable. And you get the magic key, which is a great item. I think you can reach the magic key as soon as you get the stepladder, as soon as you finish level 4. So I like to do once you finish the first 4 levels, that's enough hearts to reach the magic sword. And then I'd like to do level 8 immediately. So I'll typically do like level 1, 3, 4, and then 2 and 8 are just right next door to each other. Like level 2 is just a couple screens north. Just knock level 2 out, go get the magic sword, then come back here and do... I can then warp to level 2, then walk to level 8. Get that magic key and not have to worry about keys the rest of the game. I'm happy to call this a B dungeon. The problem is I don't like that you can't reflect Goma's fireballs. And it is a bit of a maze if you don't know exactly where you're going. But I'm happy to call that a B dungeon. Alright, we need to go back to level 1 now. Triforce is looking pretty sexy, kids. We've got to be real careful with this wand if we're going to hurt ourselves. My note misspelled peninsula. That's okay. I think we'll all live somehow. So this is Spectacle Rock. I think the pack-in map for the game identifies this as Spectacle Rock, which you're then supposed to use as the hint in level 8 to find level 9. Although I also don't think it's that... Like, I think it's completely within the realm of intuition. That you're going to try to bomb that, I think. Oh, the game misspells it. Well, then I'm right and the game's wrong, and I'm okay with that. So there's a dude in this room who says, ones who don't have Triforce can't go in, which is an amazing sentence. Yeah, that's the original Spectacle Rock, dude. How do you like that? I think we're going this way. No, we're going up and then bombing left. I need to find a map, so... I know that Patra has the map. We'll meet Patra before too long. But level 9 is just a massive maze. Also, let's make a note that it's the Wizrobe set. I didn't have any other notes about level 8, really. I mean, there's several Goma rooms. I guess. Level 9 is a massive maze. And this is the... Oh, sub-bosses. We got land molas happening. This is the kind of design philosophy that most of the back half of the second quest embraces. Are just these massive mazes. With secret passages that go every which way. This dungeon has a really mean trap area. Should I trigger the trap area on purpose to kind of show it off? I guess I ought to. Remember this room. Remember this like room. The spiral shape of it. Okay? It's going to be important later. These guys don't have... I know that the map is in a Patra room. This is Patra here. Patra's your boy. He does stupid amounts of damage. It takes a lot of punishment. If you don't have laser sword, you're not getting an easy kill on Patra. Like, this might be the first time in history anybody's ever We don't want to bomb from here, do we? That might be the first time in history anybody's ever killed Patra without taking any hits. No, we want to go down and then bomb to the right. From here. I'll make sure to get the map in this dungeon so we can see like what the layout looks like. Oh no, we took a hit. So now Patra is just gonna be much harder. Yeah, the wand doesn't do anything to Patra. That was pretty good, all things considered. Oh, Patra has the map. Okay. Yeah, the other Patra where it's just like a circle that leans back and forth is pretty okay. The two that we fought so far are the harder versions. But there's an old man in the dungeon that says Patra has the map. So, that's how I knew he had the map. I don't need to fight these guys. I just bomb up from here, don't I? I'm wasting my time in this room. And my hearts. It's fine. I've got red drink. We've got plenty. But the two empty corners of the map, yeah. And then this Wizroad room is not so bad because it doesn't have likes. You can't even hit him with the wand, really? I thought for certain you could hit them with the wand. I guess they're just completely immune to the wand as well. Well, Wizrobes are the worst. Here's the red ring. This will cut our damage in half again, which functionally doubles our health meter, which is nice. In fact, let's just go ahead and make my notes here. So I already know what I'm going to type. Is the book the second worst Zelda item after the mermaid suit? I mean, it's fine. It's like stuff like that happens and like the fire damages you. It's whatever. Conceptually there are items that I dislike more, like the Dominion Rod in Twilight Princess. It's fun for one dungeon, but it only does one thing, and then that's it. It's done doing what it do. But yeah, the book, I typically wouldn't pick it up. Okay, this guy is just like, go to the next room. This is a double hint. This is actually fun, because this direction is progression through the dungeon. You can't bomb through this wall, but there is a room there, and it's the next room, and that's your red ring. Ooh, mermaid suit's not fine. No, I can't get on board with that. I despised playing with the mermaid suit. Mashing the D-pad was not fun. Like, mashing the D-pad on the GameCube controller is bad enough. I don't know if it would have been better or worse playing on an actual Game Boy, but I suspect it's still not great. Alright, so the secret passage takes us way down here. We're gonna need all these rupees and things later. Okay, so we can go... Yeah, I don't know why they make you mash the D-pad to swim. It's unnecessary, and it's just not... It doesn't feel good. Especially on a GameCube controller. So here's another Patra. This is the easier version of Patra. But, like, still does lots of damage. Less now that I've got the red ring, but... we're still going to need our potion before this is all out. Alright, so we don't want to actually go through that tunnel. So this room here is where things start to get messy. Yeah, you know what? It's a damage downgrade, too, because the fire itself does damage as though the wooden sword. So the like-likes just take forever to kill with the wand now, whereas before they would be taking white sword damage from the wand. Alright, so progression is to the left. But if we go north... We're in a dark room now. This door does not open again behind us. Like, we're trapped in this one-way area. We can hear Ganon roaring away in the next room. So close, but so far. But yeah, look how long that room closes. That door closes behind us. Let's not get eaten by like-likes. Then that door closes behind us. Sneak in here. Let's just finish this one off. I would have snuck by them if I could have, but... The doors don't open behind you. They're one-way doors. Let's leave the blue landmills alone. I'm pretty sure these are all one-way doors. You don't even get a key in this room, so if you somehow end up in this room with 0 keys, I think you're stuck. I think you're soft-locked. I don't see a way out of this room if you somehow manage to get into that room with 0 keys. The eyes of the skull have secrets. So one skull has the compass, and the other skull is our destination, is Princess Zelda. Then we have this room with Landmola. I think Landmolas will respawn, so there's no reason to kill these, but I kind of want to, because why not? Is the thing on Landmola's head, on the front segment, is that a giant eyeball, or is that a mouth? Discuss. You bombed left out of one of those rooms? Nope. Not to my knowledge. You are in it to win it. So in this room, you can bomb this wall. And then, look where we are. Back in the spiral like room. Look how long that trap is, and you can see all the one-way doors leading up. You can't bomb left, you can't bomb right. If you step north through that other like room, you are just in this passageway. It's really mean. And Second Quest has lots of stuff like that. Second Quest is like that for the entire game. So yeah, it's a long one-way trap area. So we've got to clear these guys out again. I'm gonna drink some drink and get drunk. You don't remember that trap at all? Mm-hmm. I stumbled into it twice playing this in the shuffle just because I wasn't paying attention because I was shuffling into and out of games repeatedly, so I just like absent-mindedly stumbled into the trap twice as I was going through level 9. There is no third. I don't acknowledge third quest. I'm sorry. I do not acknowledge the existence of. I don't like what satellite vision, whatever. I don't care. Zelda Classic, whatever. I don't care. I'm not interested. I don't acknowledge third quests. Second quest is bad enough. And second quest is still fun. It's just... You'll see. We'll all see. Alright, so now we're back in this room, which we have to clear again. I don't like when I get my likes like on half tiles. I do like stacking them up. You would think that pancake monsters would be more fun. You'd be wrong. Okay, so we're going this way. There is nothing in the like drop table. Because they digest everything, I guess. Any potential items they carry would just get digested. I guess that's the idea. They're like Sarlaccs. Okay, so we have to clear this room. Eventually. Oh, we have to clear it now. Never mind. I'm dumb. Should have saved that fairy to see if I was going to take more damage. Right, and then we bomb over to the left of here. I'll take the hit. I'm fine taking the hit. More likes. See if I can clear this room without losing my sword. And if I haven't gotten confused, this should take us back to the top left corner. I've gotten confused. Well, there's another Patra here. I think I know which passage I need to take, though. I think I know where. So what's funny is Zelda Classic, which is the, like, fan-made Zelda maker kind of thing. It's old and old as dirt. Years and years old. It's like 20 years old. But one of the things when you download Zelda Classic, they've remade The Legend of Zelda using Zelda Classic just to kind of show you how it all works, right? And one of the things they do is, like, they make the game pretty... I have a playthrough of it on YouTube, actually. An old playthrough from, like, 2011. They recreate Zelda 1 pretty faithfully. Using, like, nicer tile sets and things. But they make that Patra drop a big key. And then put Ganon behind a big key door. Just to kind of show you, like, hey, we have big key functionality. Like, if you want it, you know. Alright, let's not get eaten here. We're going to have to clear this like room out again, too. Maybe there'll only be 2 left. Okay, I think we can take this passage here. Will take us to the top left. Yeah. See, I'm not dumb. I mean, I am, but... And look, it's another awful Wizrobe room, where we're immediately sandwiched between 2 Wizrobes. Oh, that's glorious. Oh, that's even better. Get completely pooped on, level 9. You love to see that. And there's the silver arrow. Let's make a note of that. And now we go back the way that we originally came. Hopefully there's only 2 likes left in that room. I'm not super clear on how enemies decide to respawn in this game, but sometimes if you don't clear all of the enemies out of a room, when you go back to it later, only the ones you've left alive are still there. Like, yeah, just these 2 guys. Frederick and Ezekiel. The last 2 remaining likes. See if we can get a heart out of one of these blob men. Nice. I kind of love hiding the stairs under one of the little traps. That's kind of cool. Oh, I didn't want silver arrows yet. We will in a second here. Oh, all the monsters are dead still. Nice. Well, except Bubbles. Bubbles don't count. Remember, if you learn nothing else from this game, learn that. Bubbles don't count. So we did a fairly large chunk of the skull. So the entryway, you see where we came in the bottom right? We bombed into that room there. If you look at the little room at the top of that like Tetris L shape, you can imagine a ring of rooms going all the way around it. And that's the path when you first come into the dungeon. If you haven't figured out to bomb into that room, there's just like an empty space that's accessible there. Otherwise, it's just a dead end. Ganon is a terrible fight. I'm just going to say it. The best you can hope for is to kind of just wander around in the corner, poking with your sword. And get lucky. There are consistent ways to do this, but none of which are intuitive. So you just kind of randomly poke and then shoot a silver arrow when he turns red. And you save the lady in the red dress. So the problem with level 9 is that's kind of the far end of what can be done in this engine. There's a couple more dungeon tricks that we'll see in second quest, but kind of like level 9's it. That's as big as a map can be. Level 9 is like almost as big as the entire overworld. Nah, not quite that big, I guess, but I'm gonna say level 9's a D. I think it's the worst part of the game. It's the least fun for me. It's definitely worse than level 6, which I gave a C. Level 6 at least has a unique boss. And that's it for me tonight. Like, yeah, we had pushed the start button, and now Lizink has a sword, and now we're into the second quest. That's it. It didn't die at all. No deaths. Woo! That's not going to be the case in the second quest. You guys are going to see a glitch as I switch my input back over. All right, I think we're going to start this back up on Monday, is my expectation, which we will jump into the second quest, which I imagine will take a couple of streams, because there's large parts of the second quest that I don't remember. Whereas this was just kind of a fun trip down memory lane. Like, the second quest is going to be a legitimate slog through a lot of it. So, Just very quickly, an update on the Big Damn Shuffle. We're sitting at 351. Our next milestone in 27 more dollars, so at 378, we'll add Micro Mages. And I think Micro Mages is the last game on the list like I'd really like to see added. The games after that are I can take them or leave them, but Micro Mages I really think we should get added to the shuffle, which I think we're going to do early in November. I'm going to finish this up and then probably play one more Zelda game to finish out October. Either Wind Waker or Skyward Sword. I haven't decided yet. One of the two. But then once that's over, we'll do a shuffle. By then, we'll either be late October or early November. We'll start the shuffle streams. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I had a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out, guys. Sleep well.